Hi awesomes! Welcome to this vlog. This vlog will be about the rabbit and the dog. So it's not an early day video, but it's gonna be mostly Alice and the rabbit. Because it's mostly the rabbit and it's about rabbit care, it's not an early day. The next video will be an early day. So for looking after the rabbit, I will show you what I do every morning, every afternoon, or I try to do every afternoon, depends on the weather and how I feel. Because if I'm not well, I can't do it. If it's raining, can't do it. Because the rabbit is an outdoor rabbit. So I'll get too hot with that one. So yeah, everything will be outside. So that's a really good run. No, she didn't have a run yet, but she will have a really good one. Because we got just the wooden paneling part done. Only bit that we need to do now is put the fencing around it to stop the rabbit getting out of it. So we got the framing done, but not the last bit, and that's pretty good. So hopefully we get that done this weekend. But for now we let the rabbit have a run around in the garden. Every now and then I actually chase her to stop her trying to get to someone else's house, because that's where she can do that. But she's really good at running away from that area when I stop her. So him. It's a him. Every time I say her, I mean him. So yeah, I always stop her trying to get to the neighbour's house. And most of the time she doesn't go. Usually she stays in like the other part of the garden. Now and then I think I lose her. I think I lost her. When I haven't, she's just brilliant at hiding. And you'll see that tomorrow in the video. Seriously, I don't know how many times I nearly had a heart attack thinking the rabbit got out. And when the rabbit did get out, I normally know where the rabbit is. So I grab the either the pram or the carrier and run to the house, ask them to check their garden. If they're in, if they're not in, then I have to go later and hope for the best. And if they're not in, I put on Facebook, has anybody seen a rabbit? But most of the time the rabbit will be in the house that I think she's in. Then they would let me go and try and grab her, then I would come home and put her in the hutch, because then I don't trust her for the rest of the day. But most of the time she's really good. And when I have the dog out there, you'll see what I do. I put Alice on a lead, the one that you screw in the ground. And she only has 15 metres. And she's normally just lying down, drinking water, playing in the paddling pool, because I put stuff for the dog to do, that she likes to do, next to her, so she can do all of that. Only time I let the dog off is when I have to get the rabbit to go in the hutch, because I either need the toilet, I'm going to get food, but I can't let the rabbit out on her own. Sometimes the rabbit runs straight in and I close her in, but sometimes the rabbit gets a little cheeky. And the rabbit doesn't care, because the rabbit isn't that scared. Rabbit just runs around and around and around. And I know the rabbit is okay, because if the rabbit didn't like the dog, the rabbit wouldn't let the dog smell her, go in a hutch and stuff like that. But a rabbit does know where to go to stay safe. I did need to put the chairs back around the table, then that could be one of her the safe place. I need to put the old hutch back against the wall, so that could be another safe place. And the main part of the main hutch, or the rabbit, or the dog house. Because the rabbit knows exactly where to go to get away with the dog. Sometimes he just doesn't, just runs around, get the dog annoyed. But then I get scared when the dog goes like that. But he did that with the toys and everything, so if the play one, but I get scared, but I don't want the rabbit to get injured. But the rabbit doesn't. Once the dog did nip at the rabbit, but only got the fur off, without coming off anyway. Because if I stroked it, that fur would have come off anyway, so wasn't hurting the rabbit, because if the dog was hurting the rabbit would hurt the dog. So it works both ways. But when the rabbit would be in the house, when the rabbit was in the house, the rabbit was annoying the dog, trying to get the dog to chase her. So the rabbit likes it. Rabbit sometimes would make the dog do it. And the dog got jealous of the rabbit once when they were playing with Alice's toy and jumping on Alice's favourite settee. Alice did not like that. So I had to stop that. But after that, when the rabbit jumped down and stopped playing with the toy, the dog was great. So sorry about all this yapping. But that shows you how much I do watch. And if you did watch some of my other videos on the rabbit and the dog on TikTok and YouTube, you know I do be really careful. If there's some occasions when I just no, because I did lost concentration for a couple of seconds. But most of the time, when I'm with it, I'm really good. So there's always times, and that happens with everyone. But usually I can grab the dog and put the dog in the house if I don't want to tie her up. So everything is perfect. I'm going to make rabbit treats, make rabbit toys, and let the rabbit have a run around in the garden. And I'll show you what I do with the dog while the rabbit does that. So stay tuned, see you in a bit. Seems wrong because the sun is out and I don't know where the best place to go. If you are going to let the rabbit run around in your garden, you have to keep an eye on the rabbit. Like every now and then, if you're going to see the rabbit, you have to go and look for her, like I'm doing now. Because I don't quite know where the rabbit gone. Because I took the dog inside because she'll be a devil. So, oh, there she is. Hello. The rabbit was down there. And make sure you got sensible flowers and stuff in your garden, like I do. Rabbit like dandelions, like weeds, and stuff like that. Make sure they got access to water and hay and all of that. And make sure there's no sharp objects outside. And there's no holes in fences and hedges that rabbit can get out of. But we got one of them in our garden. But whenever the rabbit goes over to the shed, I'll show you where. If the rabbit goes over to here, I walk to it like I'm doing now, or I run. But the rabbit's not there at the moment, so don't need to run. So the rabbit goes over there, in that corner. I run and stop her. And the rabbit's usually really good at letting me just stop her. And she runs around the rest of the garden, but the rest of the garden is safe at the moment until they do work on the fence next door, where they're going to at some point. And at that point, I won't let the rabbit out until it's done. So yeah, and if you've got a pet, make sure they're either in the house, tied up, or you're really watching them. Stop whining, dog. I don't know why the dog's whining. I might put the dog on a lead and just walk around the garden. So give me a minute to come back. This is how I let the rabbit out. I open this, put that water thing on the door, then just let it come out on her own. And this is what I do with it. Ow! Come on, Alice. This is what I do with the dog. I put Alice on this lead thing. I'll show you the lead in a minute. It's this lead that goes over to that. And it keeps her in a 15 thing radius of me. And I go and check the rabbit every now and then. Leave them. They're mine. Now let's go and see where the rabbit is. Let's see if the rabbit's down there. The rabbit is fast. But the dog was good. Though I heard something. I just didn't see the rabbit come out. Ah, she's over here. She's over there somewhere, I think. I just need to keep an eye on it, don't I? Oh, there she is, between that. The rabbit is over here. She's there, you can see her. These are her toys. She got blocks and stuff to chew with, and you can just chew whatever she likes in the garden because it's all rabbit same. There's the rabbit. This is gonna be a run once we finish building it. So it's big, and you got 2 places to hide in. The dog house. Our dog doesn't use it, but the rabbit does. And her hutch. And you got the other hutch to hide in if you wanted to. But she's safe going down there because there's no holes. She's safe going over there and she can go in the house. And this is our garden. I'll film a bit more in a bit. Bye. And just general questions, comment below. Don't get to... give me a minute. You can put the appetizer. Don't forget to like, subscribe and click the bell icon, and don't forget to share. Thanks for watching. Bye. Oh yeah, I forgot to say my next video will be an alley day one. When I'm walking around the garden, there'll be a challenge video. The dog. So stay tuned. When I put the dog on the lead, what happens. You did not this lead, but awesome. It would have lead, I'm fine. And I did walk around and see what the rabbit does. And I'm keeping an eye on it because we don't want it to go to the house next door. Zoom in on the rabbit to see what he's doing. The dog is not happy. You want to play with it, don't you? It's not playtime. I can't see her. Then I can. No. There she is. She's making a little bed for herself. Making a bed for herself. Keep losing her for a second, so Bella. She's going this way again. Put some clip back on. Oh, she didn't want to come this way. She does that because she's saying, that's mine, a bit like a dog doing a wee everywhere. Putting her scent on stuff to say, this is mine. Not your dog, mine. But the rabbit loves our garden, as you can tell. Loads of places to dig. But when we do finish that run thing over there, when we do finish that run, I'm going to give the rabbit a digging. There's somewhere to dig in, but again, like a big plant pot. But it would have to be long if I am. Or 1 or 2 cat litter trays. But soil in it. Or sand. Because the rabbit doesn't mind which one. She only cares if she gets to dig. And she will be able to. Alice! You scared her! You scared her! You scared her! Sorry, rabbit. Sorry. No, no, no. No, Alice. Ah! No. The rabbit's over here. Can't quite see her, but she's hiding. No, stay. She's in there somewhere. There she is. Found her. Sometimes it's hard to find her sometimes. No, Alice. This way. Now she's running over here like she likes to do. The dog is enjoying this because he thinks she's chasing the rabbit when she's not. And the rabbit going, she likes to go behind the house thing there. And she's over there. You're not happy, are you, Alice? There's the dog. Deal with me. Over here. Sorry, rabbit. The dog won't be able to get you, but I got her. Just eating grass. Grass that turned into hay. Now let's see where she goes now. Woo! Under the clothes. There she is. You might go into there. Hello, birdie. I'm not going to film him for a little bit.